welcome to another video. This is just an introduction to some of the threads that we use. I use two main brands. One is Aman Isocord and the other one is Madeira Polyneon. Threads are sorted by type and weight. I made the choice to only use polyester threads because they wear better. You get rayon threads as well. Rayon has a lovely sheen to it, but they don't launder as well as the polyester threads. So that's my choice for those. So these come in, normal sewing weight is what they call a number 40, so 40 thickness. It goes from numbers from 1 up to 80-ish, or more if you, but not for embroidery threads. 1 being the thickest, upwards 100 being the finest. So we normally sew with 40 weight. So you can tell on these, if you have a look at this, maybe I don't know if that's in focus or not. Let's see if I can get, if it's in focus. On here it's got 20, that's the colour. So each thread has its own colour allocation. That's the lot number, so that really is irrelevant for us. There you go, that's the size, number 40, and then 5,000 metres. So this is what you call a cone. This is the same, obviously not the same colour, but the same thread wound off. That's 1,000 metres, and that's called a cop, C-O-P, cop. So a cone and a cop. Again, you can tell what the number is, 0822. They've changed now with the newer ones. I've got these on here, but this is new. So that's what those are. They work when the thread comes off. Obviously it goes on the machine and it will come off the top. When you come to put them away, on these ones you can put that down, and there's a little nick here, so you wind it down. When it gets somewhere towards the end, wind it around there, and then pops back up, keeps the end in place. So that works really well. That's the Isocord. But there's the Isocord's green. I've got some older bobbins which are Isolon, which was the forerunner. There you go. So that's the same. They'll both work exactly the same. But most of these, so on this one, the numbers here, most of the numbers will go across from Isolon to Isocord. Some of them are slightly different. I've got a chart that will convert from Isolon to make sure that the Isocord number is the same as the Isolon number. Most of the time we're using the same ones, but there's just some of these ones that are a bit old. So we've got those. This is Madeira. Difference between Madeira and the Isocord, as you see, the Madeira has a nicer sheen. It was more expensive, but as I've looked in the last week or so, actually there's not a lot of price difference. You used to get 7,000 metres on these and 5,000 metres on these, but they both have 5,000 metres, so the price is becoming more similar again. I went with these because they're good, but they're cheaper. But the sheen on this is lovely. But in both of them, some of them you can get a colour. I have colours that I use you can only get in one of these brands, so I've got a bit of a mix. Some of the colours will go across. They match up quite well, but I've got a couple of yellows that just I've got one in this which used for Aylsham, 0311, which doesn't match up in the Madeira, but I use 1624 in Madeira, which is a yellow which I use all the time. There we go, and I can't match it up in the Isocord, so I'm a bit of both. Same thing works for tying these off, the only difference being that these ones you don't pull down, So these ones literally you find your little nit and just put it in. So again, those are the cones, these are the cops, work exactly the same. The numbers are in two places on here. They're at the top and then they're on the bottom. Not on these ones, they're only at the top on the big ones. You have to be a bit careful because sometimes the colour and the lot do get a little bit close. But there are two places on this one, up the top, down the bottom. Now what we do have is, these are the old version, so these are the same thing before they started winding them on plastic. So I've got a few of these left. Downside with these is the thread falls off of them. And then the other thing we've got, so it looks the same but isn't the same. I don't know if I can show you so you can see the difference. This is 60. I've got, you tell, so if you look, 60 there. You're not going to find a 40, am I? Where is it? Oh yeah, polyneal number 40. There you go, 40 there, 60 there. But you can tell the difference with the thread. Let's find the end. Yeah, I think you can feel it really. When you look, there is actually a difference. It's not so easy to see on the camera, but when it runs through your fingers, you can feel that one feels thicker than this one. So I've got cones in black and white of the 60, and then cops in most of the other colours, because I don't use very much. It's on the machine all the time. Generally I have black on the machine all the time, but what you also notice is with the cops, they are, or can be, a different colour. Sometimes they're blue, and then we also have, which is new and I haven't played about with them yet, ones that are yellow, and they're 75, so they're really fine. So this is what you use for small lettering, or fine detail, where sometimes if you're going over doing an outline in black, it's too clunky, it just takes up too much space, so you use a thinner thread. But all the designs are marked. If they're using 60, then it'll be marked to say it's using 60. So that's all the stuff that goes on the top, and then underneath in the bobbins we've got bobbin threads. So I've got black and white. They live in a box like this, come in a 144. Each of the machines have got a little space on them for a few of the bobbins, spare bobbins. So these are what they call sided bobbins. So they've got this central plastic core with cardboard sides, and then you've got sideless bobbins, so they just don't have the side. And these, apparently the thread is run through a very fine glue, which is what makes it stay like that. Some of the machines don't like them, so as a rule I use sided bobbins, but I still have some sideless bobbins from when I tried them. So that's what we've got. Storage wise, oh no, I haven't mentioned actually, is metallic. So the last one we've got is metallic. So this is isomet. Again, comes in a big cone and a small cop, really expensive, about 30 quid. Numbers on these are slightly more confusing. The actual shade number on this one is 0501, not 2943. And the metallic threads in isomet are from something like 0490 to 0505. So that's the number range you're looking at. So it just helps that you know that's the number range rather than that one. It's temperamental, it kinks. What you've got is it's a piece of wire, or a piece of metallic wound around a central core. I don't know if you can, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but it doesn't feel smooth and it doesn't run very well. So It is a little bit temperamental, and working with it means you have to change some of the processes of how we work. So that's metallic. Comes in a range of colours. We've got some. There's two different silvers that I use as a rule. One's more like a steely colour, and then this one. And then the golds have got a range of different golds, from some horrible garish one, which is this one here. It's pretty grim, that one, but John likes that one. There's some more delicate ones. So that's the range of threads that we've got. I'll show you in a minute how to load up a bobbin case.